Hey guys, it's TJ. In this video, we are going to be picking up where we left off in building my ultimate desk setup. First up, we're going to be addressing the cooling in my PC case. For those of you who have been following this project quite closely, I've got 3 fans currently attached to the AIO and is running as exhaust. Now, this isn't optimal, so in this video we're going to sort that out. Next up, I want to talk about the peripherals that I've chosen for this setup. That is the keyboard, mouse, and the mouse pad. I've got an RGB strip light that I'm going to be installing behind the monitor. And finally, I've got an anti-sag support for the GPU that I'm going to be installing in the case. Now, as a special bonus for all of you that stick around to the end, I am going to be unveiling the theme for this setup. I am super excited to share this with you. Guys, we've got an action-packed lineup. Without further ado, let's get started. So guys, this is what the desk setup currently looks like. These are the new fans that I'm going to be installing in the case. So I've got 2 triple packs of the SL Infinities and an additional 3 reverse blade fans. This is what comes with a single reverse blade fan. You get the control cable, an information slip, mounting screws, and some clear protectors. Now at first glance, this fan is going to look very similar to the existing SL Infinities. However, if you pay close attention, the fan blades are in a different orientation. Well, that's how you can tell which is the reverse blade and which is not. On the left is the reverse blade, and the one on the right is the standard. Installation for the reverse blades are going to be exactly the same compared to the regular SL Infinities. Installation is pretty simple. They are the contact points. You line up these tabs with these slots and they lock into place. Here's the final one. Again, you line up the tabs and they lock into place. Here is the connection cable. So guys, with regards to this cable, we will not be using this because I do have extra cables when I bought the triple pack. So I'll be connecting this reverse blade to the existing hub that comes with the SL Infinity triple pack. I'll show you what that looks like. Here is a look at the Lee SL Infinity controller. This controller needs 2 SATA cables to power this. To connect the controller is super easy. This is the triple pack fan. Here's the cable end. This slots in like so. Super easy. One cool thing is it's a single cable that's going to supply power and allow you to control the RGB to the fan. As mentioned, I'm not going to be using the supplied cable that came with the single pack reverse blade fan because I don't need this. I'm going to be using this cable. Now this cable is going to allow me to connect all 3 fans directly into the hub. One cool thing about this is that depending on your case, you can switch this around. I'll show you that in a moment. Let's actually get these installed and we'll take it from there. So guys, here's a quick comparison between the SL Unifan and the SL Infinity. Besides the aesthetic differences between the fans, the SL Unifan, as you can see, has two cables. One is the power and one is to control the lighting. Now the new fans, it's all in a single cable. That's great for cable management. Let's get this installed. Guys, another quick thing is these fans, much more easy to flip this around. So for example, I want this installed in this way and I want the cable to be at the back of the case. So what you could do is a little lock symbol here. You slide it front, this pops out. Now you can bend the cable very carefully to the other direction. Now you can put the cap back on and slide it back. Right, let's get this installed. So guys, this is what it looks like. I'm really happy with how this turned out. There's probably some more tweaking I can do, but for now, I'll leave it like this. Next up, let's get this RGB strip light installed. This specific strip light is an RGB IC. This is a USB powered LED strip light. So if your monitor can supply enough power, you can plug this directly in there, which I think is great. Now, unfortunately for me and my testing, my LG monitor does not seem to be sending enough power to these strip lights. So I have had to make an alternate arrangement to supply power to these. This RGB strip light can be controlled in two ways. There is a controller built onto the strip, as well as you can control this via Bluetooth. Let's get this installed. So guys, here is a look at the Govee RGB strip light. And this specific model is the H6102. This is a 2-meter strip light. Let's get this unboxed. This is everything included in the package. You've got your user manual, installation steps, an alcohol prep pad, some mounting brackets, and finally here we have the RGB strip light. This is the USB connector that you are going to use to power these strip lights. This is the control box I was mentioning earlier. You have the power button, the color change button, the music mode and brightness adjustment button. To adjust the brightness, you hold it down, and as you can see, it goes to different levels. When it reaches the level you'd like, you let go of the button. And this is basically the music mode. Now, the way this works, this has a built-in microphone, and that'll allow you to sync to your music. As I'm talking, you can see that the light strip is reacting to the sound of my voice. Let's get this installed. Let's talk about the peripherals. For this setup, I had a very clear goal in mind. I wanted to minimize the amount of cables that you see on the desk as much as possible. And one of the easiest ways to minimize the cables on your desk is going to be your peripherals. So I knew that my keyboard and mouse was going to have to be wireless. I'm using the Razer Viper Ultimate. Yes, it's 2025 and I'm still using that mouse. When it came time to make a decision on the mouse, the Razer Viper Ultimate was high on that list, as well as the newly released Viper Pro 2. Remember, this is a few years ago. When I compared both those devices, the upgrades for the Viper Pro 2 didn't really outweigh the already excellent package on the Viper Ultimate. That, compounded by the Viper Ultimate having a really great deal at the time, and it had the wireless dock, hence I chose that. I probably won't be replacing this mouse anytime soon, as it's working fine for me. Battery life's great, I love the aesthetics, it's comfortable. I'm really enjoying the lighter mouse these days. It's working quite well for me. Now, taking into account it is 2025, and most retailers hardly have stock of the Viper Ultimate, I would tell you consider picking up the Viper Pro 3. I feel that's been a great successor to the Viper Ultimate. They have changed the design of the mouse, but for the better. I like the switches and the sensor. The overall design is a good choice. With regards to the keyboard, this is from Echo. You guys probably would have seen my unboxing. I upgraded from a Logitech G910 Orion Spark. Great keyboard, it was a full-size keyboard. However, for the setup, I wanted something sleeker, more compact, and I liked the 75% keyboards. After watching many reviews, I landed on the Echo 5070B. The lighting was one of the things that really attracted me to this keyboard. If I recall correctly, I don't remember seeing many keyboards that had the RGB strip lights along the sides. One of the cool things I really enjoy about this keyboard is I can use it with the included 2.4 GHz wireless dongle. I can switch it to Bluetooth if I wanted, and worst case, if the battery dies, I can plug the cable in. I am enjoying the typing experience. Overall, it's a great keyboard. I think the cherry on top for me was the volume knob. It's great to have that quick adjustment for the volume, whether you're playing a game, watching a movie, or listening to some great tunes. Now, with regards to the mousepad, you guys probably would have remembered my Red Dragon mousepad. I do miss it, but I wanted something different from the whole black and red scheme. I remember going through the listings on Amazon, and when I came across this mousepad, I knew at that moment this was going to be the one. As mentioned previously in my other videos, I am a fan of Lenovo's Legion lineup. I wanted something clean and minimal, and I believe I hit this one out of the park. So guys, this is the GPU support that I picked up. It's very adjustable, so this is going to fit perfectly in a case. There's a soft touch rubber on the bottom and the top, so that won't scratch your device. Let's get this installed. So guys, this is the setup. I love how this turned out. One of my favorite parts of the setup has to be the images on the wall. So guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video. This was an absolute blast getting all the final pieces together and finally revealing it to you. I'm gonna end this video off with some B-roll. So guys, thanks for watching. My name's TJ. This is Tech Chef, and I will catch you on the next one.